Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about what it takes to achieve the ideal results in a fitness plan or a weight loss plan. I believe in reverse engineering. Reverse engineering, if you haven't heard of it, is where you decide what the ideal results are, and then you work your way backwards and figure out all the steps that would be necessary to get to those ideal results. So it starts with figuring out what are the ideal results of a fitness program. As I see it, what people really want is they want to lose weight and keep it off for good. So many people have come into my program and they've lost weight, gained it back, lost weight again, gained it back, and they're very, very discouraged, they're frustrated, they're unhappy, they don't feel comfortable going to formal events, they don't feel comfortable in their clothes. In fact, their clothes a lot of times aren't fitting them anymore. They have their old skinnier clothes in their closet they can't get into, and they're very discouraged, very unhappy about being in that situation. So we have to define the real goal, and most people have defined their goal as just losing weight, when the real goal is losing weight and keeping it off forever. So let's start with that ideal. And of course, most people are going to say, well, of course that's what I want. But instead of just passively knowing that, let's really focus on that from the beginning. And I tell people when they join that my goal for them is to lose weight and keep it off permanently. And in order to lose weight and keep it off permanently, you need to start out with a different plan than you do when you lose weight and potentially gain it back. Diet companies, supplement companies, diet plans, new diets that are on the market now, they promote their product selling you what you want and what you're thinking about right here and right now, instead of helping you understand what you need. So the difference between me and my philosophy and my program is that I want to communicate to you what you need to do to get to that ideal result, rather than giving you what you say you want. Because what a lot of people end up wanting is they want to be able to eat the foods they want in moderation, and they still think they can lose weight, or they'll lose weight on a diet and then they go back to what they were doing before, doing what they did that actually made them gain weight in the first place, and gain all the weight back. So it's not a logical process. We're driven on our emotions, and food is a very emotional, food becomes something that we use to soothe ourselves, so our emotions will guide us in making those kind of decisions, that the food that's actually going to cause us to gain weight. So if we go back to the reverse engineering of the ideal goal, you have to go into your weight loss steps. You have to go through this with realizing that you need to make a permanent lifestyle change. You need to eat differently, and you need to eat that way for the rest of your life. Because if you go back to eating how you ate before, you're going to gain the weight just like you did originally. How would it be any different? If you did the same thing, you would get the same result that you had before. Now, speaking of that, if you go on a diet and you lose weight on that diet and then you gain it back, that diet did not work for you based on our definition of what success is. A lot of people come to me and they'll say they went on a certain diet, they lost weight, and that diet was successful. And I say to them, if it was successful, you wouldn't have gained the weight back. It's kind of like if you put your money into an investment and the investment goes up, but then it goes down and you lose all your money. That wasn't successful. Okay? So we want to really make sure we understand what success is, and we're very clear about that. Like, we know what that ideal goal is the real goal. The real goal is not weight loss. That's what people say, weight loss. No one says permanent weight loss. Maybe in the back of their mind, we're just assuming that it's going to be permanent. But most people don't realize you have to start that journey differently when you want permanent weight loss. And there's different ways of getting there. You can get there through a jet airplane. You can get there by taking the bus. So one way to get there is faster than another way. You can just say one day, that's it. I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm eliminating this food from my life forever because I don't want to ever feel this way again. There are people that do that. But most people that I see, and I think what happens most of the time is people take one step, maybe 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and it takes a little bit longer to get there, but eventually they get to the same place. I think that's what the majority of people are going to do, and that's okay. As long as you're on the right path. And the path is to permanently change your eating habits and to have a permanent plan of exercise. So in my next video, I'm going to talk about how you can create permanent eating habits and how you can create permanent exercise, because there's definitely a formula for that. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, email us at info@thebootcampgirl.com. You can go to the website. We have a blog where I have blog posts on recipes and other ideas for weight loss and health. Thanks.